We've got new goodies from RYOBI and RIDGID. We've got a couple new products from the RYOBI 18-volt 1 Plus family, as well as a couple new products from the RIDGID 18-volt family as well. Let's take a closer look at each of these, and then after that, we'll come back and talk about pricing, warranty, and when you can expect to find these. Well, we've got a couple of new tools and a couple new accessories maybe, or 3 new tools and a new accessory or lifestyle item, whatever you want to call it. We got a fan, a vacuum, and 2 new RIDGID extended reach ratchets. Let's take a closer look at these and see some of the details of each one of these. All right, so the 2 new RIDGID 18-volt extended reach ratchets. Looks like you got a 1/4 inch and the 3/8. Set those aside for right now. 18-volt 1 gallon vacuum, which the cool thing about this one is it connects with the RYOBI link system, so you can mount it straight there on your wall when you're not using it. We'll take a look at that here in a moment as well. And this is the Whisper Series RYOBI fan, but more than just a fan, you'll see these 2 misters right here. It's also a mister. It looks like we get a couple of different settings, a low and high on the fan, and a low and a high on the mist as well. I'm wondering if low is a surge, and we'll see that here in a moment. I think the fan comes with a, looks like a 1.5 amp hour battery. So 18-volt, 1.5 amp hour. And a forever charger, meaning that's going to take you forever to charge your battery. So I highly recommend a charger upgrade if you have this fan and at least another tool. It would be worth your while to have a better charger. Anyway, I like the fact that it comes with a charger and a battery, so don't let me knock that. I was just kidding a little bit, but again, if you have more than a couple of tools, you definitely want to upgrade your RYOBI charger to be much faster. Now, I'm sure this battery is dead. It's half dead. You know what? We'll go ahead and use it. So if we turn this around, and by the way, you're seeing this for the first time just as I am. So obviously this is the battery cover here on the back. Oh, that's cool. So I thought it was just going to have a latch, but no, it's spring loaded. So we see well, if I can hold it open, we see a spring right there, and that's going to keep things closed. So I guess if you're using it for a mister and you don't want moisture around the battery, I'll throw the, and this is not a hybrid fan, by the way. There's no place for a plug, it doesn't look like. Looks like our fan's on too, so there we go. So anyway, spring-loaded battery cover like that. Obviously, easy to put the battery in. And then it looks like we get, I don't know, probably about a 90 degrees of rotation on the fan. So since it's a mister and has this hose running down each side, you can't just turn this thing, 180 degrees or even further. So it looks like we get a little more than right at 90 degrees of rotation. So a little bit angled down and then almost parallel. So again, I'm going to call it 90 degrees. I'm sure somewhere in the documentation it probably tells us, but I think you get a better visual there. This is part of their Whisper series, so I'm assuming it's pretty quiet. Let's go low. Yeah, pretty quiet. I mean, I can hear it, but not much. High, it's a little louder, so that's going to be, if you're wanting something really quiet, you probably wouldn't run it in high. You'd want to run it in low, but that is a very quiet fan in low. Now, if I turn the mister on, you'll hear the pump run, but it's not really that loud. We'll see once we add water to it if it gets louder. And in 2, a little bit louder, but not much. Not bad at all. And we see the misters here, right here on the top. And it's going to spray out here at a fine mist. So let's add some water and see what we think. Now, the cool thing I noticed when I turned it upside down a second ago is we have a couple of different tubes here. So here's one. And that's going to dangle down if you set this on a bucket. And if you notice here, the circumference here on the edges, this should lock down on a 5-gallon bucket and actually kind of set in place. That's what it should be meant for. And then this one here where you can hook directly to a garden hose and have infinite misting capabilities as long as you have power to the fan. So I like that too, that we have the ability to hook straight to a garden hose, or we can put this in a bucket, set it on top, which I'll do in a moment, And also, this one, I'm assuming, should fit inside of a water bottle as well. Now, I will tell you, probably not going to get a long life out of a water bottle, but let's turn on this mister and see. We're on low. I'm sure to take a moment. Oh, wow, it's already spraying. Okay, well, that's a constant spray. I've seen some misters where it gives you more of a surge in low. And you can see the water actually dropping here. And let's go into high. And yeah, that's really pumping out the water. You can see my hand dripping pretty good. So you can see how much mist you're going to get. And I'm going to go back to low. I know my hand was already coated, but still, you see the residual runoff there versus in high. It's like about twice as much. And that's certified. I mean, you can take that to the bank. Certified test results right there. Anyway, so I think we get it, right? I like the fact also, obviously, those misters aren't going through the fan, so your fan's not getting wet, your blades aren't getting wet, staying out front. And it's atomizing that mist very well. So I'm going to pull this out of the water bottle, shut that off. And we've got a 5-gallon bucket of water. Uh-oh, I just realized something. I'm not even sure if this is going to work. It might absolutely explode. I'm not sure. Maybe the fan will run backwards for that RYOBI to be on a Lowe's bucket, but we shall find out. So you see here we've got the pickup tube down here in the bucket, and then this sits very comfortably on that bucket, nice and secure. It really doesn't clip on, but it sits on there nicely, and you can see you can turn that because we've got some circumference right here built into the base of the fan, and makes it easy for just to rest there, and it's not going to get knocked off. And then we can turn our mister on and be able to have a lot more capacity for misting that water. So very cool little accessory or tool or whatever you want to call that. So nice misting fan from RYOBI. And the model number on this is the PCL 851. It's a 7.5-inch misting fan. And this is the all-new 1-gallon Wet-Dry Vac from RYOBI. It's the PCL 733. And B, as it comes with a bare tool, they'll probably offer this in a kit at a later time. You have 2 clips here on either side. Should give us access to the tank. Yeah, so 1-gallon capacity, and we have a filter, little 1/8 turn, and pull that off, clean it up, make that 1/8 turn, lock it back on. So very simplistic design. Looks like we have a rubber seal here around the edge that will mesh with this lip here. That's going to keep things nice and sealed. Like the fact that it looks like the hose hooks on and locks into place. So push this in, again about an 1/8 turn to the left, and now you have a hoop there to hold the hose and one here. So keeping things nice and tidy. A couple of different, yeah. So we got a crevice nozzle here right there in the tool. Pull that off, put it on, and now use the crevice nozzle. Put it up here, put another accessory up there, or put the crevice nozzle back into there. Throw a battery on quickly. Seems like decent suction. Looks like we have a blower here, so if we do need a blower, okay, it doesn't look like our hose fits into there. Maybe that one, I don't know. So if you did need to blow something, you could do so. But mainly, Wet-Dry Vac. Again, I love the compact design of this. and the fact that it's going to integrate with the RYOBI link system, and it can just clip right there on the wall and be held nice and steady and ready for your next use. The question is, will it actually work? So will it vacuum up, you know, sand and dirt and stuff in your vehicle? I'm assuming this is what this is good for. Hangs on your wall, grab it when you need to clean up the truck or the floorboards or the SUV, or maybe even your shop floor. And then lastly, we have the RIDGID 18 volt extended reach ratchets in 1/4 inch and 3/8. Model number on this is going to be the R866020B and R866021B, 21 being the 3/8, the 20 being the 1/4 inch. The 1/4 inch drive, let's throw a battery on here. I've got a 4 amp hour. I would definitely recommend running a 2 amp hour on this because you're not looking for torque, you're looking for nut running. Anyway, in the 1/4 inch, you're going to get up to 325 RPM, variable speed trigger, and supposedly 45 foot-pounds of torque. And then the larger 3/8 drive is going to give you up to 250 RPM. And again, you get a variable speed trigger, so you can go as slow as you want up to a max of 250 RPM and a max of 55 foot-pounds. Again, I don't put much clout in foot-poundage or torque on any battery-powered ratchet. Just to kind of give you an idea, here is the normal length of the regular 18-volt ratchet. This is the 1/2 inch drive, but it's identical to the 3/8 other than the anvil. But you see the length difference here. So it looks like you're getting about 3.5 inches longer on the extended reach ratchet versus the regular. On the head width looks like it's probably going to be the identical size. So 1.5 inches, 1.49. Yeah, so the head is not changed at all, so you're not getting a slimmer design or a bigger design here in the head. So that's all going to remain the exact same. For the 1/2 inch and the 3/8, they're going to be the same size. On the 1/4 inch, it's a bit smaller. So right at 1.16 inches on the head width there. Well, these are some really cool new products. Love the Mr. Fan. That's a great idea for just about anybody. I don't care if you're a pro, amateur, DIY, it doesn't matter. The ability, when it's hot out, to mist a little water on you or at least blow some air across you, it's a definite win-win or a definite big value. Now, the vacuum, that's a decent little product. It'll be a very handy thing to have in your garage, hooked up on your RYOBI link system. And if you're a RIDGID fan, the ability to now have an extended reach ratchet is a big plus as well. Now, pricing on these, you're looking at $79 for the bare tool on the vacuum or $129 for a kit with a 4 amp hour battery. And that's going to give you a 3-year warranty on the tool. Now, the Mr. Fan is going to be a $69 bare tool or $99 with the 1.5 amp hour battery and the charger, and you're going to get a 3-year warranty on this as well. Now, you can expect to see both of these, actually the Mr. Fan in March and the vacuum in March as well of this year of 2023. And then we have the RIDGID ratchets. Each of these are $199 each, and they come as a bare tool. So you'll get the 3/8 drive, $199, or the 1/4 inch drive, $199. And then with the RIDGID, you get that lifetime service agreement or the LSA. So be sure that you register the tool within 90 days of purchase. That's the big key when you buy these from Home Depot, is to get the LSA, to get that lifetime service agreement. You have to register the tool within 90 days, so don't forget to do that. So check these out. We'll have links in the description. Also, keep track of us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and even TikTok. And if you don't mind, would you hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't done so already? And by all means, did you hate our video? Well, then give us a thumbs down. But would you let us know in the comments why? Have a great day and keep smiling.